All right, coaches, we have a quick video here on running BellyG to the quick side of the formation. This play is a great play. It hits even faster than a three-man surface, and the rules don't change for your blockers here. We'll start with the wing. We have it drawn up like this on paper for a visual, but what he's actually doing is he's going to replace the heels of this defensive end as the defensive end steps up field, and he's going to contact this mic with his head on the inside, and he's aiming for the play side thigh boards with his shoulder. All right, now that's just a visual point, and he never really gets that low in a game. But as long as we keep him under the numbers of the Mike linebacker, then we don't really say too much to him. But he's going to replace the heels, aim for the near thigh board with his shoulder, and get his head on the inside to pin that guy inside. Your tackle is going to gap just like he would to the three-man side. He's going to pin this tackle here. A little penetration here, it doesn't really matter, but he wants his head in front, all right, and he's going to try to wash him down. Right, your guard is going to take that same flat step to replace the heels of this tackle as he would with the tight end right there, except now he just knows he's one hole closer. Typically, this defensive end is going to take a step or two upfield, and as long as the guard can get his head on the inside shoulder of the defensive end, there's going to be a crease here. If you have a 1 and a 5 to the side, you can block it the same way. All right. The center is going to reach the nose. The tackle is going to come all the way down. He's going to double this nose to prevent penetration right here. Right. This is no different than, say, if you were blocking an underfront with a tight end, except you'd have gap, gap, kick, one hole out. All right, it's the same concept. Now, that said, all right, if they're lined up like this, you can make it a whole lot easier with a line call that tells these guys to base. All right, I've always called this Buddha. But what it's going to do here when you get that Buddha call is this tackle is going to fan the defensive end, the guard is going to gap the nose, and the center is going to free release to the linebacker. All right, we don't double this guy because penetration actually helps this play. So if this guy penetrates upfield, what he's doing is effectively widening the hole for the B-back. Right, your Z here is going to replace the heels of the offensive tackle instead of the defensive end this time. And what we're looking to do is aim at the same spot and pin this mic inside. Now, if the mic overplays it, he's just going to ride him out. Right, but we want to make sure this guy, usually when he sees that, this guy's taught to fill, so we want to get in here. We never tell this Z that he needs to square this guy up. He's going to aim at that angle, pin him inside, so the B-back can take his track. And his aiming point is the same. He's flat step crossover, and he's downhill. Now, because of this play and the way it works, it hits so fast that this guy, even if he's squeezing on the Buddha or on the belly, all right, he's really not going to be effective enough to get inside unless he is stepping hard inside off the snap so he can spill that. Once that happens, right, that's when you can come down here and you can run your rocket toss. All right, we won't even block this guy. We'll just let him go. The tackle is going to step outside, and he's going to look inside for anybody scraping over the top. The Z is going to take 3 steps looking at the corner. If the corner is not spiking, he's going to go ahead and climb up to the safety, and the guard is going to pull and wrap. So you end up with 1, 2, 3 blockers out here for the toss man. All right, you'll notice here that this guy, when he's stepping hard inside, both the tackle and the guard, they end up going right by this guy. A little coaching point, though, tell the guard to get a little bit of depth in case he penetrates. You don't want him getting hung up in there. But this guy will effectively take himself out of the play. And as soon as he starts chasing the toss, you can go back to your belly series. Important notes for the wing. All right, he's going to go in motion. You don't want to snap it until he is behind the B-back. Right, you snap it here. That way, when he catches the pitch, he's behind the wing already. So in one more step, he's already got the defense flanked. You don't have to run this. You can run your jet sweeps or your belly pass or your belly options as well, or your sweeps anytime that guy is squeezing. But I've found that the rocket toss is extremely inexpensive and it's very effective, especially when you can get bodies out on the edge.